Hello, hello, hello. TikTok land, Twitch land, and YouTube land. Tonight, we play Clive Barker's Undying. I'm sure a lot of you don't even know what the fuck it is, but I'm here to show you. So, first of all, let's make sure we got all our fucking sounds rocking and rolling. And we're recording. Alright. Hello, Julie. How are you? How was your day? And...
Julie, T Doomslayer lol.
Law what? Don't you law me. Okay, spacebar, and what is shift being used for? If anything. Shift is using for duck. No, we're just gonna use that as C. Okay. Alright, here we go. New game.
Julie, T Doomslayer, I spent it watching you.
Oh. Okay. Medium. Here we go.
I'm tired of traveling, or fighting superstition and its many manifestations.
It is really quiet. Hold on. It's stupid quiet. How's that? That should be better.
I'm tired of traveling, or fighting superstition and its many manifestations. Even though it was me who chose to debunk folklore and mysticism. Little did I know I'd end up being labelled as Patrick Galloway, the man with endless occult knowledge. Before I knew it, people all over the world paid me to investigate all kinds of weird things. As long as they paid me, I'd look into it. Funny thing though, the more I saw, the more I believe there are forces beyond our control. Creatures not explainable in any human terms. Things that make my skin crawl. I fled from Ireland and hung around Paris and London with no real purpose till the Great War started. I joined a special unit whose job it was to squelch the fears of the superstitious farm boys who made up the fighting ranks. The Trasanti were the biggest pains. Me commanding officer, Jeremiah Covenant, led our unit in the hunt for their camp. We were ambushed. They came streaming out of the woods, waving swords and howling like banshees. I saw their leader holding a strange stone over his head, yelling weird words in a strange tongue. And just when I was gonna pull the trigger, he glared right at me. A bright green flash came from his hand, and it bowled me over as my gun went off. I woke up in a hospital bed with severe burns. They told me Jeremiah and the unit had gone on without me, but he'd given me the shaman stone to keep. I hadn't given any of this much thought until I came back here to find this letter that Jeremiah wrote me almost 6 months ago, asking me to come back to Ireland and help him out. This is not something I'm dying to do, for it may mean the death of me. He saved my life though, so I owe it to him. Just hope it's not too late.
Alright. Let's begin.
I'm Patrick Galloway, a friend of Jeremiah's. Sorry it took me so long to get here. His letter said it was most urgent.
Jeremiah was beginning to think that the letter never arrived in your hands. He's been quite anxious to see you. We've all been quite worried. Jeremiah's now bedridden. Follow me and I'll show you to his living quarters.
Is the game loud enough,
Apologize
Julie?
for the look of the house, but there's only a skeleton crew of servants now. Jeremiah let go of everyone else, and the house is much too large for us to
Julie,
clean.
T Doomslayer, yes.
Because we've lost electricity to most parts of the house, we can only maintain the living quarters.
Julie, T Doomslayer, the game is definitely loud
This
enough.
family's had so much tragedy. I hope you can help him.
Is it too loud?
Julie, T Doomslayer, no, it's perfect.
Okay. Okay, how do we check our inventory? No. There's spells. What's our inventory button? That. Quick save is 1 and 2. Yes, Nocturnal. Sleeper. Only the OGs know this one. Ah, it is what it is. Okay, let's see here. Advanced. Use inventory. Where is our... Is there sneak? Journal, F1. Oh boy, I hope you guys are ready for some motherfucking reading. Each time my past fades from memory. I'm gonna have to get a very nice, good voice for this. We won't do the Arnold voice, we'll actually do like a narration voice. Anyways. Each time my past fades from memory, fate has a terrible habit of reawakening me. Most often the unpleasant name of Otto Kingser is the vehicle of remembrance, but not today. My old friend and commanding officer in the Great War, Jeremiah Coven, has sent word. It has been years since I have heard from him. His letters came whilst I was away, sitting in unopened for nearly 6 months. My joy at reading his name was quickly replaced by sorrow, then by fear. Jeremiah has fallen ill and requires my assistance at his estate in Ireland. I have not set foot on Irish soil since poor Gwendeville's death. Gotta move my mic just a little bit. And I did not think anything could make me return. Could I have been responsible for her death? Being legally exiled from my homeland was painful, but nothing in comparison to my memories. How did she end up on the floor? How could so much blood come without a sound? How was that knife in my hand? And why was King Singer suddenly nowhere to be found? But Jeremiah saved my life, and I cannot deny any request he would make. The necessity of my presence is somewhat vague, as his letter at times was incoherent. He speaks of his sickness as a family illness no medicine can cure. Alright. And if there was fucking audio, I'm gonna be pissed. Alright, so let's learn about the Glabzinger Stone. The Glabzinger Stone, I have carried this artifact ever since the day Jeremiah gave it to me following the battle with the Transanti. It seems to throw out a shockwave of considerable force, and ever since I acquired the stone, I have noticed strange sightings and visual anomalies. However, the power of the stone has its dark side. On occasion, a beast from beyond this world has attacked me. My only explanation for its appearance is that I was using the stone's power for too long. I have not seen the beast for a while. Of course, I have not needed the stone. My trusty revolver, a 6-shot weapon of forged metal grace, durable yet lightweight. My military piece has been seen many countries and spilled much blood over the years. Scythe or Suri? I don't know, I can't pronounce whatever the spell is, but anyways, a spell that allows me to see and bear past events. And hear past events from the geographic location in which I happen to be standing. It also casts an ethereal light on enemies in darker areas, giving me the ability to see my foes as well as find my way. I must be careful in its use as it has no offensive power and it seems to drain my energies for short durations. Learned men have stated that they believe that man has yet to unlock full potential of the mind. While traveling to the Orient after the war, I met up with a local seer who told me what I was one of the chosen few. One of only a handful of individuals that he had ever met that had this ability. He called it searing, to be able to read portions of the past. Most of the people who possessed this power, be said over the course of their lives, eventually fell into disability, mind tired from the barrage of images and sounds that could be heard from both the past and the present, the real and the unreal. I know I have the ability to Suri, but because of the subtle words I hear calling within me at times, begging me to look deeper into the past, deeper at what actually isn't even in front of me. But I am truly wondering if this is the gift I dreamed of, or a sick curse placed upon me from an outside force. Ooh! Hey Sam, what's up? Are you still there? I am reading chat. I missed you last time, so hopefully you're still there. I got my chat working, so. All right. Escry. Gotcha. Thank you, Nocturnal Wizardy. All right. What's up, Sam? How you doing? Escry. Gotcha. Okay. You're probably screaming, Escry! Escry! Very good. Okay, guys, let's do this.
Patrick, you made it.
At your service, Jeremiah. Sorry for the delay, but I've been abroad. What happened to you?
It seems I've come under the watchful eye of the Reaper, my friend. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Apparently too long.
Patrick, I came back from the war only to find my entire estate in disarray. My brother Aaron disappeared first, and then my sister Bethany. My declining health is a result of an old war wound, and unfortunately, the symptoms are irreversible. I didn't summon you here to watch me die. I need your help.
Anything I can do. Just name it.
Strange events began happening around the manor. After thinning out my staff, they ransacked my estate, taking whatever they could carry. The rest of the help was quick to follow, as they feared rumors of my family's curse. I can't help but think it's more than a coincidence that strange happenings have increased since I've been back from the war. I want to get to the bottom of this, but I'm just too weak to investigate it myself. I'm relying on you to step in for me.
Of course, Jeremiah. The only reason I risk coming back here is to assist you however I can.
My thanks to you, Patrick.
What the hell is that?
Sounds like it came from downstairs.
I'll check it out. Lock the door behind me.
Oh, new journal added. Fucking shit, we just got done reading. I arrived in time, apparently, just in time. Completely bedridden Jeremiah is a shadow of his old self.
Slayer lol.
Appearing many pounds and a few shades lighter. His explanation for calling to me is still unclear. He speaks of strange happenings around the estate. Problems that he is unable to rectify in his weakened state and has requested that I investigate. I, of course, agreed before I could ponder where to begin my exploration. You know what it is, damn it. The servant who showed me to Jeremiah's room screamed from downstairs. Often where to begin is the most difficult step. Some words I have problem reading and exploration. Blah. Alright. I do my best.
Won't budge.
Won't budge. What the fuck is that? So spooky.
Stuck. Won't budge.
Can you describe what you can only see? As the bonds of flesh are broken, the world becomes apparent.
I think I need to turn it up for me in general. Scary. I think I need to, just give me a second. Not turn it up for you guys, but turn it up for me. So give me 1 second. This is kind of quiet on my end. Much better. Now I can get immersed into the game. Before I was like, man, it's so fucking quiet.
Jammed.
Jammed.
Stuck.
Might need to turn up the game just a little.
Julie, T Doomslayer perfect for spooky season.
Yeah.
Won't budge. Jammed.
Yeah, I think I need to turn up the game just a little bit. What the fuck are we missing? be sneaking up on me. What the fuck is that? Ah! It has begun. Nice try. Alright, how do we use our medkit? Here. How do we use our medkit? Inventory. Use inventory. F. Back. Wait, what did it say? Okay. Previous inventory. B and F. Okay.
Julie, T. Doomslayer, how was your day?
I don't even want to talk about it. Don't even ask me. Is that bad? Okay, I am really worried that that is too fucking loud.
Julie, T. Doomslayer, I am sorry.
Oh yeah, that's clipping. We need to turn that shit back down. That's better. It's okay, Julie, just, yeah. What the? Yeah, it's just... work sucks, that's all I'll say. I need a cool game to make me forget about it for a little bit.
Julie, T. Doomslayer, yes it does.
Help me, Patrick!
Jammed.
Damned.
Those beasts were after me.
What in God's name were those things?
They're called howlers. And while I've never seen one before tonight, I've heard of them for years.
Those weren't natural, my friend. We're fighting more than superstitions here.
Perhaps I was being naive not to tell you, but there might be something more sinister at work here. When I was a boy, I encountered something I can't quite explain. You see, there was this isle of standing stones that sits just off the estate. Someone had carved a sigil into each of the stones, something indiscernible. Father had many books on the occult, one of which contained a sketch of that very symbol. I took my brothers and sisters out to the island and read from my father's book.
Well, what happened?
Something answered, The ocean began to boil, and a great wind whipped against us as we stood in the circle, and my siblings huddled to the ground in fear. Eventually, the wind died, and the sea settled. Patrick, I know it sounds like the ravings of a dying man, but I believe those standing stones had something to do with this. What has once been a taint upon this family has now begun to manifest itself.
But you told me you're dying. Doesn't this curse end with you?
Who knows? My brothers and sisters are dead, but I don't think they're really gone. I've heard some servants whispering. They think they've seen Lisbeth on the estate. My family has come for me. I sense them, Patrick. By now, you and I know the supernatural exists. You saw the Howlers. And what about our encounters with the Tersante during the war? You still even carry the Gelzebar stone with you.
It's a token of the shaman's life I took. That's all.
I found a scroll with a picture of the Gelzebar on it. I believe it contains the way to awaken the stone's dormant power.
Very well. Let me study this scroll overnight, and I'll see what I can do in the morning.
This house still hides many secrets. I'm counting on you to reveal them and put an end to this mess.
That would have been nice to know if you would have told me the first time, you fuck. New journal entry. Ectoplasm. The scroll Jeremiah gave me has revealed a powerful spell. It seems that my proper concentration that focus on my mana, I'm able to release ethereal bolts of ectoplasm from my hand. Unreliable at far range, the mystical damages seems quite effective in close quarter. A piece of the puzzle. The scream downstairs was the result of an attack by a beast, something Jeremiah calls a howler. Similar to a dog, the animal was pale in complexion and had claws as long as my arm and could leap several meters from a dead stop. I killed the fiend, but before I could thoroughly inspect the corpse, it vanished without a trace. Upon questioning Jeremiah, I am little more unnerved than I was after seeing the howler. He told a story involving his brothers and sisters, an isle of standing stones, and a sorcery book of his late father's. Apparently the Covenant children, led by Jeremiah, went to the island and read from this strange book. He maintains it was simply a prank to scare his kin. He believes something from within the Ring of Stones answered back, raging the sea, angering the winds, and shaking the earth. Since that time, Jeremiah has been visited by terrible misfortune. All of his brothers and sisters have passed away. I recall one late night in the foxhole, Jeremiah showed me a picture of the youngest sister, Lisbeth. No more than a teenager, she was so striking, and I found it hard to concentrate on his descriptions of the others. What the fuck, dude? Come on. Concentrate! We're not here to fuck. Anyway, Jeremiah is completely convinced they are indeed dead. Well, to be precise, he's not sure they have remained dead. I suspect that these delusions are brought on by his memory that day at the stones. Otherwise, I can only imagine this as a terrible prank played upon a dying man. But if they are only delusions, why not inform me of them when we first spoke? Why would he not write me of such in his letter? Perhaps he did not think I would come. Hey, I have to go. Sorry, but I'll be back next stream. Hey, no problem. Sam, thanks for hanging out with me on YouTube. I'll see you next time, hopefully. Alright. Let's go. Nocturnal Wizard, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated.
Julie, T Doomslayer lol.
What are you looking at?
Have you noticed anything strange going on?
Apparently, Elizabeth's room was broken into last night during the commotion.
Where's her room?
Just down the hall from here. It's quite a mess.
Dude, I just told you to stay the fuck away. The butler said someone broke into Elizabeth's room. Perhaps I should investigate. I just told you that we're here to concentrate, and now you're trying to break into a room. What kind of game is this?
Won't budge. Need a key. Jammed.
Jammed.
Stuck.
Jammed.
Tell me what you know about Lisbeth.
Why, she was a fetching young lass. Quite the fiery temper, though. She could be placid and calm one minute, and then suddenly she's spitting curses and swinging her nails at you like an animal. 'Tis a pity her mother died birthing her.
Indeed.
Following her mother's death, I'd raised Lisbeth like my own. In the end, the wasting sickness got her. I'd cared for her when she was sick and watched her wither away to nothing. Pity a young woman has to die in the spring of her life. Now she rests with her poor mother at the family mausoleum. The groundskeeper claims to have seen her recently. Oh man, seeing a ghost is never a good omen.
Where can I find this groundskeeper?
He's out in the gardens. You can get there through the kitchen.
Your knowledge is appreciated. Thank you.
I spoke with the maid about Lisbeth. The siblings' mother, Evelyn,
Nocturnal
apparently
Wizardry
died.
Doomslayer, poor Elizabeth had BPD, but we didn't understand mental health disorders back then.
I spoke with the maid about Elizabeth. The siblings' mother, Evelyn, apparently died while giving birth to her, and the housekeeper filled her with the void of maternal absence. She said Elizabeth was a very beautiful girl with short, violent fuse, who passed away from a wasting disease. I take note of the irony of someone who was so beautiful dying of such a heinous disease that calls for the destruction of their vanity. The maid said that the groundskeeper believes to have seen Elizabeth alive. Having seen Elizabeth with my own eyes, I can only believe this maid's frightful testimony. I'll go down to the kitchen and try to find my way out of the gardens anyways. Okay, keep in mind, no spoilers. I know that's not a spoiler for the most part, but for those that don't know the game, I'd like to keep it spoiler free.